Two leaders in life insurance, Banner Life and Ethos Life, face off. One simple question: which one is right for you? On one side, Banner Life, known for tradition and trusted coverage. On the other, Ethos Life, shaking things up with tech and instant decisions. We're skipping the sales fluff, let's focus on what really matters. We'll rate each on what counts most, points for every category, so you'll know exactly who wins by the end. And trust me, the final verdict might surprise you. Here's our game plan. Check out this mind map. First, we'll look at price, then speed and ease, underwriting, the whole process there, financial strength, policy options, digital experience, and finally, customer satisfaction. If you weren't sure what really makes a difference when choosing life insurance, these are the big ones. Alright, let's get started. Alright, kicking things off with price. So Banner Life is known for really low rates. If you're healthy, honestly, it's hard to beat. They're always popping up in those best price rankings. But, and this is a big but, their strict health screening can bump up your rate if you don't fit the typical healthy mold. Now, on to Ethos. Ethos actually lets some folks skip the medical exam, and their prices can be competitive for certain ages. But for the same amount of coverage, they're usually going to be a bit more expensive than the old school options, no sugarcoating it. So if saving money is your thing, Banner Life takes this round. Next up, speed and ease. Banner starts off pretty traditional. You can get an online quote wicked fast, but the whole application can drag on, think paperwork and a medical exam's usually in the cards. Now Ethos, this is where they shine. You can apply online and be done in 10 minutes. A lot of the time you won't even need a medical exam, but not everyone's health profile will qualify for that instant process. Still, for sheer convenience, Ethos is the clear winner here. On to underwriting. With Banner, you get that classic deep dive risk assessment. They're thorough, so you usually get fair pricing if you're pretty healthy, but be prepared to wait 2 to 6 weeks for approval is totally normal. Ethos, on the other hand, uses accelerated underwriting, sometimes giving you an instant decision. They're surprisingly good with moderate health risks, but heads up, they tend to just decline riskier cases right away. So for speed and for many people, Ethos moves to the front of the pack. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know the very first online life insurance policy? That happened all the way back in 1997. Crazy, right? We've come a long way since then. Let's talk financial strength. Banner Life, or their parent company Legal & General, is absolutely rock solid, A+ rated by AM Best. That's like as good as it gets in insurance reliability. Oddly, I find a lot of people haven't even heard of them. Now Ethos is a bit different. They're a broker, not the actual insurer, but they partner with big names like Legal & General too. Still, the fact that Banner is the insurance company makes them feel just a notch sturdier, so I'm giving this win to Banner Life. Policy options are next. With Banner, you can get term coverage from 10 all the way up to 40 years, and the face amounts go from $100,000 to a whopping $10 million. That's like a huge range. Plus, they've got flexible riders, though nothing super fancy. Ethos does term up to 30 years and even some whole life for certain ages, but their maximum coverage is a lot lower, usually up to about $2 million. So if you want options or really big coverage, Banner easily takes this one. Now, digital experience. Banner keeps things classic. You get a basic online quote, sure, but a lot of stuff is still paper, sometimes even mailed or faxed. Seriously. On the flip side, Ethos, oh man, if you want a purely digital application, quick e-signatures, smooth interface, it's kind of the dream. One tiny quirk: if you need complex help, phone support can feel a little limited. Still, for most people, Ethos just nails the digital experience. Last but not least, customer satisfaction. Banner has been doing this forever, so their track record is very, very solid, and complaints are pretty rare for a company their size. There are some gripes about how long everything takes, though. With Ethos, you get that modern interface and chat support, so answers usually come super quickly. But since they're newer, there's less long-term feedback out there, so it's pretty even here. Let's just call it a tie. If you look at both Banner and Ethos across the key categories, price, speed, underwriting, strength, policy options, digital experience, and how happy customers are, you really get a sense for where each one excels and where they lag behind. It's not just about scoring high everywhere, but about matching what matters most to your situation. So, here's my honest take. If you want the absolute lowest rates or you need flexibility in policy length and coverage, Banner Life is the way to go, especially if you don't mind waiting for that approval. But if you're all about getting covered like today and you have a pretty straightforward health status, Ethos is super tough to beat. There's really not a loser here, it's just about what you care about more. If this helped clear things up for you, make sure to follow us for more straightforward, no BS insurance breakdowns. We've got a ton more comparisons coming, so stay tuned.